In this video, Willie heads over to the house and checks out the good and the bad. And unfortunately, there is some bad. The roof is still not on, the covering is starting to peel off, and a few other things. Check it out!
Alright, here we are, December 2nd. Happens to be my mom's birthday today, so I gotta make a call here in a little bit. We're looking at the front of the house. I do see that window finally came in and got installed, but I also see that the roof is all peeling up, all the edges. See them all lifting up on the edge there. These guys better get their shipui put together and get going. Alright, well, let's see if we can walk up here without killing ourselves. Here we are on the back side of the shop. Actually, I should say the side of the shop. You can see up there on the peak, there's a couple of pieces lifting up on the tar paper. Sorry for the shaky cam, but I'm trying to walk through the the back 40. Ooh, they got a big electronic dog next door. Hear the recording of the bark? Looks like it might be shooting into the sun a little bit too much for you guys to see anything. Maybe I can shade this enough that you can see what's going on up there. We'll walk down the fence line in the backyard here. It's just making a black screen for you, so we'll hurry along here. See if we can get up into the shade here a little bit. Oh. You can see up there on the ridge, some of them edges are lapping up. That's the wind catching it coming from the strong side. There's a little bit of a close-up from the strong side going away. Alright, now we're going back into the sun here. Here, we can cut this part out. Oh, looks like the kids have been having fun on the dirt piles. There's a couple of bike tracks up over that. All right, our outdoor electrical is still in the same condition it was. You can see all the eave edges are starting to curl up. boards are warping out.
As soon as I leave, I guess the framing just kind of went to pot. I'm not too happy with this next little scene that Willie filmed for me. I don't think anybody should be happy with this kind of shabby work.
This is really upsetting to see. And the crazy part is the backer board missed where the joint was on both of them. Now I do realize there is another fascia board that goes over the top of all this, but the smoother you have your base, the better looking your finished product's going to be. Everybody that owns a bike knows that. Anybody that's ever painted a bike knows that. So I don't see where the rule would not fit in construction. After all, I did go to drafting school to learn how to draw these things. It shouldn't be any different from drawing as to cutting a board and putting it on. Just had a thought. I'm going to go in and look. Oh, let's bend over here. A few videos back when they were putting the sheeting on the house, he said he was using a stapler. This is one of the staples he was doing. I don't know, it's a 1 3/4, maybe 2 inches long. And it just sinks until you just see the staple head, like as if you were stapling paper, and it goes into the stud. Thought that'd be kind of interesting. I just seen that on the ground. I'm thinking beings, that side of the door is solid wood. This one you've got more relief over here. Chances are behind this door there's going to be a hollow or a void in between the two studs. Let's go investigate. I know that's the back side of the door. That's the kind of wrong spot for it. But most people are right-handed, so that would be, you come up and push the button, step back. That might be a viable solution. If you did, I don't know if you're going to be able to see anything, the sun's pointing at you, but that's the view you would have, which was probably straight into the sun right now. Let's get this door shut so we can see again. And yes, there is a void behind the door. So what you could do is go all the way up, punch a hole in that header, and then come across all of them back over here to that little white wire that's in the top right-hand corner is the doorbell wire. Let's come down here and look from, oh, let's go outside and look. They did leave a little extra wire. It is possible that that could be run over there and have enough wire there. And I think they put that one in too low over there anyway, where they have it installed. Of course, I'm over 6 foot tall, so my average height for things like countertops and everything is higher than most other people. So if I go up to a normal counter, I got to bend over. So maybe I'm being too picky. But that's it right there. pull up here, and now we're on top in between the trusses, heading over towards where the chime is going to be, and probably down into the media box because that's got to have media on it. That's another thing. That's not a media cable. That's just a two-wire door chime wire. So that's not even the right wire. And I'm thinking, if you back up here and take that all loose, see how it's running in between the trusses there? Between the top and the bottom of that truss? We could do that all the way over to that corner where we need to be. That's going to give you another foot and a half of wire. And that way all they have to do is drill a hole through that double top plate right there into that void and come right down here. But you got to have another media wire in there because you've got more than just a doorbell going on for that. Just a thought. We'll end it here. Okay. Hey, I didn't notice this, but this phone, I can pause a video. Let's see if we can do this without blinding ourselves in the sun. Check that out. And the X's and T's are all dotted and crossed. Get back out of there without blinding you. We got our plans just laying here on the floor so that everybody can find them. And back into the house. No doggy door. All right, well, let's see if we can get our settings changed and get a light on the subject here. I'm going to stop this. All right, so here's our media, and it looks like white is the coax and the blue is a Cat 5. And this is the office TV box. It comes down into that media box there. Actually, it just goes past that media box. It's heading towards the central hub, and there's another Cat 5 coming into this. No, actually, that's just a 2-lead. That's going to be a speaker wire of some kind. Come over here, and this looks like it's going to be the main station for the sound for the speakers and stuff that are going to be in here. That's all the same 2-lead wire.
Well, you can plainly see right over here where this arrow's pointing that there's supposed to be a data box there. That's so I can hook up my DVD player or my Roku or anything I want down there and then run it up the wall to the TV. Well, it's not there. It's also not in the bedroom. I'll show you that in a second.
Alright, come up here, and here is the TV for the front room. Again, Cat 5 and a coax for cable. Heads all the way down and is sealed into the floor. And there's the other speaker. Still got the Smurf trail on the floor. Got a pretty good junction of electrical going right in there. And again, we're back on this office side for that TV. Don't look like much has changed over here. This bedroom, same setup, coax Cat 5. Going down and past that media box, but it is open. So if you're going to run a DVR or something like that, you can run the cable down the inside of the wall and fish it out of that box there. Hank is still locked out of the house. Boy, they better get that fixed in a hurry. I wouldn't want to be on his bad side. Oh, we got leaves that blew in the house. We've got light fixtures coming apart. Into the bedroom. It don't look like there's anything changed here. To answer Vicky's question, no, just a can light. I would say there needs to be a centered box that goes between these two trusses right here so that it'll be centered over your window. And I would say a ceiling fan box should be there. That's about the only thing that's going to hold weight in a span like that is a heavy-duty box. Like, let's be real careful here and see if we can get a good shot. Let's twist around a little bit so you can see what's going on here. See how that's done in the bedroom? That should be done over that window in that walk-in over there. So to answer Vicky's question, this is what it should look like. And what they have is this, a can light. Now then, let's follow that wire. Comes over, down in, and it is looking like it is on its separate switch. It looks like it could be wired for a separate switch. Yes, it is that one there, it looks like. Bottom, 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 bottom going up, over, no, it's the middle, twist back. On the back side, yeah, bottom, yes, it is. It is the far one over. So it will be this switch that runs that light that you had in question. We do have a foo-foo fan. That does look correct for the area to work the moisture that's going to be in here. See, even if they put one of these style boxes above that window, that would be sufficient to do what you want. The best would be that first option I showed you. This is what they put in the walk-in closet right next to where you were wanting that over the top of this window here. Okay, in the bedroom, they did come back and put in the plumbing protectors so that you don't run a screw or a nail into that plumbing pipe. That wasn't there before. Here we have our media, our coax and Cat 5 into the bedroom. I do not see a media box for a DVR in the bedroom though.
There's where the other data box is missing. Kind of hard to hook your TV up when you don't have the bottom part of the snorkel put in there. You can bet I've already called them and they better be fixing it.
We are just hooked into the system here. So if you were going to watch special movies in the bedroom, you would have to broadcast them from your DVR that's going to run the main system. So if you're going to watch the red fern grows while you're trying to go to sleep and not cry, you'll have to do it from the media center here, which I'm assuming will have the main DVR for the house. Oh, okay, so there's nothing in the main box yet. All we have is all the ends for all the cables that are coming up through. Now they have weather sealed the wiring inside the wall. So they're getting prepped. When they get back out here, they're going to be going sheetrock 100 miles an hour. I'm not sure, but that's a media box with nothing run to it. So they may be planning on having your DVR just on a shelf because there's power. It may be just on a shelf above or one of them that you just screwed and it sits on the wall. So it would be, well, it probably wouldn't be in this area here because this is where your clothes, your coats are going to hang. So it looks like they might have planned that to go on that shelf above your closet rod. So that it just lays flat and you've got a little bit of area there. All right, let's give this one a start. Okay, so we do have the 220 for the compressor. Whoop. Kind of flash of light, but we do have our two nailers. The top of the bottom one is at 48. If I stick my fist in there and raise my thumb up, so that should be 7.5 to 8 inches. That should be, barely lifted my thumb. So that should be 7 to 7.5 inches to the bottom of this one. That is one thing I learned in drafting class. You measure your fist for estimating small distances. Okay. Well, it don't appear that my light is working on this. I'm going to fool with this for a little bit more. Yeah, I think that guy with the stapler wasn't following the lines. I think he got through a little bit. No, Willie had a brain fart. There's your garage door opener. The little 2-wire lines are for the doorbell switches that control them. So if you follow it and you go all the way back over to the door, to them two I called a media box that I didn't exactly know what they were. That's the garage door openers. I kind of feel foolish now. That's where the buttons are going to be for the garage door openers when you're in the shop. So as you go into the house, you can just reach up like so and go blip, blip, and shut the doors. As for the dryer, kind of a lint trap box. Not sure how they work that, but it's supposed to have a clean out on the front so that you can capture that lint before it goes down that pipe. And I'm in the sun where you can't, there you go, you can see it now. But from what I understand, that's going to have a cover on it. And then like every 6 months or every 3 months when you change your furnace filter, you're supposed to come around and clean the box out, make sure it's all cleaned out. That way it kind of gives you an idea as to whether you need to do it more or less often. But you do that with your furnace filters when you change your filters in the house every 3 months. Got the nice box for the washer. Pretty sure I showed you how the vent went. We're still trying to keep the air moving in the basement so the water don't freeze. We've got our lights going over in the kitchen. And then we back up here, there's where our range and stuff is all going to be by that big silver box there. That's going to be for the vent to go out the overhead. And we have can lights to work right in the middle, kind of in your walkway. That's where your hallway is going to be. in between this island and the stove. So your lighting should actually center down about like that right there. So you got equal on each side. I still do not see any power outlet to this island. Okay, well, it really doesn't look like there's even anything changed on any part of the house over there. I really want to see Hank's door in, and I still don't see even an outline as to where they're going to cut it and put it in, let alone have it installed. But the electrical has been changed over there, so there is room for it, which is good. All right, well, can't get this to switch around, so you're going to see my hand. Now you see me, I hope. I don't know, you might be seeing some other things like the ceiling or something. Willie don't have a very good steady hand. But this is what it's so far. The outside looks pretty rough from the weather. I'm getting a little concerned on them letting it go this long. We're not having the sunlight to dry everything out again. Excuse me. Well, this has been fun. Cold, but fun. You guys stay warm and subscribe.